Seems to be a two-take morning. I didn't want to make a 10-minute video right off the bat. Boys are all looking good this morning. The ones with the black spots on their heads is the ones I was concerned with. Not really concerned, just want to make sure they're alright. That was Dancer's kid. He had like 3-inch horns on him, give or take. His head looks good. And, oh, where'd he go? One that climbs in the feeder, I think that's the twin that got the horns bopped off. That one. He's the other one I was looking for and couldn't find a little bit ago. He just had nubbins, got them burned. And there's that one. Burnt off nubbins. And all the ladies lined up. If I stop right here, can you tell where Ruby is? Anybody? Anybody? She's right there. And that's Dancer. I did not realize Dancer was as long or maybe even an inch or two longer than Ruby. And you guess now I know. Yeah, Rainy doing her duty, cleaning her pee-pee. Seriously, she's got a odd-shaped vulva is what the vet said a long time ago. We can change that. We can correct that. So, because she's very prone to UTIs. However, she keeps herself clean so she doesn't get them. And Boomer changed up on me today. She was right there when I started pouring grain. By the time I got down to here, she was there waiting for it. And that's the one that had the red tag. Minnie's at the end. 111 between the two. Okay. 111 fits in. She's between two old ladies, even though one of them's not a long timer here. And those girls, they're doing fine. And there's your 2 minutes and 20 seconds to start the day. By the way, it's 34 degrees and cold, well, not cold, dark. That's what I was looking for. Dark out. And either Kitty is back or we've got some really big freaking rats because that hole ended up getting closed up yesterday and it's opened up and I've noticed it looked like it'd been used. So maybe that's why we found a rat cut in two sitting outside the other day. Ty said it wasn't the one she trapped. She trapped a teenager, and what was out there was 2 pieces of an adult. Who knows? Good morning, Blakely.
Mama.
Oh, puppy in the crotch. Hey, good morning. Blakely. Good. Oh, the spam calls are going.
Look at our sign for our office.
Don't tell me I haven't got balls. I just happen to wear mine on my chest. And I guarantee they're a lot bigger than yours. Yeah. To a point, that's true. I see the garbage guys did a good job this morning. I wonder who tore the driveway up. Usually it's just a little can they lay on the ground. Both of them today. Makes it a lot easier on me if I can just back up, grab it when I'm on the bike and go. Sorry about that. Got a walk in there and I really didn't want to end up with my phone in my hand and trying to hope nobody was coming around the corner and not run her over at the same time. So Ty said that it was better when she came back from getting her shot. She had to go to 12 this morning and get her stupid shot. Since they can't get freaking surgery even scheduled at any time soon, I'm going to get some feed. She said it's better. I'm going to take my chances. If it works right, if they only have freaking little bags, I'm only going to get 2 tons. If they got tote bags, I'm going to go back for more. I told Becky I'd take a little Freightliner in on a day it wasn't raining and get at least 4 bags. But then, I don't know what they got there telling me. If they do have tote bags and not the little bags, I'll tell them hold me 2 more and I'll come back and get them. Run home. unload and go back. Of course, I got to take the grapple off the skid steer. So maybe I can get Ty to do that. Yeah, right. Anyway, that's the plan for today. And I don't know if I'm going to take this pickup tomorrow to deliver steers or take mine. The trailer's already on this one. Although one thing I learned quite a while ago, do not leave these trailers plugged in overnight. The brake controller or the backup battery on the trailer or whatever will drain the pickup battery. I see everybody's got their headlights on this morning. White car has nothing. Little red pickup at least has park lights on. Red car has nothing. The old Chevy, his headlights work. Oh, good thing that guy's lights work, or I wouldn't see him. Then I'll probably have to wait for this one coming. Or not. Hey, my mirrors are clear, my windows are clear. This is trip number 2. Not getting what I wanted. I wanted 4 tote bags, but they did have 4 left, but one of them was already spoken for. And I didn't have to wait last time. I might be sitting here a while this time. When I was here earlier, you couldn't see those trees over there. And the scary thing is the clear spot was between here and those trees. Everything else was pretty well fogged in. And I couldn't see to as far down as the end of the road is down there. Well, where the corner is. So, yeah, it's a little nicer with this pickup coming out of there. My pickup's just a little higher and the trailer drag is coming out. So. Anyway, get home, unload this, get a bite to eat. I might make a phone call and see if I get in tubs today. The trailer's hooked up. You know, we'll see. We got 4 left and they get to get put out probably today. And then I'll have all this running around town on a day that's not too bad. Otherwise, it'll be next week and probably raining like crazy. And hopefully I'm going to remember about 10 miles that way. 8 miles anyway. I'll show you what the river looks like and what some of the river bottom looks like today. Almost to the river. This guy's been growing some corn the last few years. He used to go quite a bit of silage corn and, well, you know, but got an outfit hauling in or out. I don't know which. He's got a dryer. And there's a little water down here in this place. And yeah, these idiots got to see, oh, is there water in the river? They're always out here doing this. How much is there? So we just crossed it, and then it makes a little loop, comes right back in. This corner, you can see how high it is. It's considerably higher than it was. Straight in front of us, about 600 acres of bottom ground. And it's not too bad at the moment. Kind of in the wrong lane to see, but you can see it. That's the last spot, probably in the whole county, to dry out is what's covered right there now. Right at the corner of the road, it'll, well, the last guy that was farming it, God rest his soul, we had one wet spring quite a few years ago, and man, it dried up early. He got in there, planted it, and usually he'd plant in as far as he could to the low spot. You know, 3 or 4 days later, he'd go back in and make a few more rounds. He planted 5 times between April and June 15th. And the last time he planted, he still ended up with about 5 acres that flooded out. And we were having the same problem, just getting on the ground. You know, a lot of this ground drains pretty good, and a lot of what we have doesn't. It's, you know, different soil types. So, anyway, now you see how the water is there, and then I guess we're supposed to be freezing the next 3, 4, 5, 6 mornings, whatever. Chance of rains down in the teens and below for percentage. And I've shown it before. There it is again. That's where Becky and I got married. September 28th. And it was hotter than hell that day. I mean, late September is like October. You might have a 60-degree day, maybe a 70-degree day. 10 o'clock in the morning when we were taking pictures, it was 95 degrees. It's like, what the heck? Anyway, see what we do the rest of the day. She's telling me bye-bye because I'm headed down to get some tubs. Don't roll that on the floor. The kitty's going to drink it. So I inhaled lunch, and then she gets spoon-fed. I don't know. Anyway, I'm off. I was headed to McMinnville. I just broke over the hill. It was clear until almost to the top. I knew I should have got a little video of the jerk. Little white Hyundai coupe pulled out of the road a quarter mile from the farm right in front of me. You know, the county refuses to put a stop sign there, and all the idiots that come off of that road, they don't stop. They don't care what's there either. I've had them park underneath the front weights on the big tractor before. Don't ask me how I did not total their car with it, because we never made contact. And quite frankly, with that a-hole, if it was my pickup and not Mom's, with the big bumper on the front, I'd have smeared him. That's how close it was. And at the top of the hill behind me, just before I started videoing, there's a road that comes in from the right on top, and then it continues on, but it's like 500 feet down this side of the hill. Yeah, no warning, no nothing. He slams on the brakes, turns on the turn signal. Thank God I wasn't tailgating him. I got close enough I couldn't see his brake lights before he got out of the way. I would not have hit him. I was stopped at that point. It's like, really? And of course it's some idiot that doesn't have plates on the car. They've got a temporary in the back window that is no longer stuck very well, and you can't even read any of the numbers because it's rolled down on itself. Probably means they, A, haven't been able to make it past DEQ, so they can't get license on it. Or B, they don't have any insurance, which is required in the state of Oregon. But you can get a temporary and not have insurance. Doesn't that make sense? So anyway, hopefully the rest of my trip goes well. And look at that. More people with no headlights on. And you got the ones with the blinky lights on and no headlights. All honesty, 60% of the cars I've met today in the fog have not had their headlights on. 40% had their headlights on. And about 20% had their park lights on. I even saw a couple of Teslas with their headlights on. You never see that unless it's pitch black. So, anyway, there's my rant for the assholes out there. I mean, you know, guy shouldn't have. If he'd actually stopped, he would have had to not pulled out in front of me. But he took the corner in the intersection at about 20, and then I was right on his butt for like 3 miles, almost 4 miles. He thought he was just going to walk away. Nah. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and drive, crank some tunes, enjoy my rest of my drive down here. Hey, I'm here. Lighting's crappy, ain't it? Just about a quarter mile ago, I was thinking about starting a little video and saying how weird it is. When I'm going down to get tubs, it takes forever to get from Evergreen Aviation, McMinnville Airport up here, down to Buchanan Cellars. And it doesn't take long at all to get back to here. There's a state cop sitting right there where the speed zone dumps down to 45. And I was thinking, officer, I can't see you through those dark tinted windows. You know, I can't have that dark a tint on my windows. How come he can? I know, he's special. Anyway, a red light goes, oh, it's green now. I figure I slow down a little bit, then it turns green. So I've got me a load of tubs, a couple bags of mineral, and head home with it and unload it. See what you can see out there. There should be an airplane on top of a building. Hopefully I'm shining at the right spot. And then another big building. in an airplane right here, not too far off the road. Should be. There. But that's Evergreen Water Park, whatever the hell they call it now. Used to be all part of Evergreen Aviation, but they got goobered up. They're the ones that started building the big super tankers for fighting wildland fires. And, they went all over the world doing that kind of thing. And then they said, oh, you can't use those. Some idiot here in the States said that they weren't safe. They were safe. The original ones they built are still in the air today. They're just not, they don't know them anymore. They lost pretty much everything. And they had too much money dumped into making their water park. I mean, it went off pretty good, but, you know, you gotta be careful where you put your money when you're building multi-million-dollar facilities. So, anyway, I'll let you go. By golly, 241's first again. Followed by Eeyore, the new cow that had the red tag. I don't know if it was on the other side of her. 111J. Another humpback girl like 241. A 6 number. And I don't know what that one. 125, I think. Don't forget Dancer. 41, I think. Can't read it. It's got her hair in the line. You know, replaced a few tags, but didn't bother to cut the hair off. So. 722E, that would be the other cow that came from Bullsteads. And of course, Boomer. Everybody else lined up behind her. The Chrome Girl. Oh, let's see. Ruby's in the middle of the screen. And Sapphire's in the middle of the screen. Here you go. Oh, and, yeah. What's her name? Hope. I remember their name sometimes. Remember them better when I'm not pissed off. And that amphib has just got like a 2-inch ring around the bottom. So I'm cleaning it up. I was supposed to have help 3 times getting pallets unloaded out of the stock trailer. I had help once. And then I was supposed to have help putting the tubs in. And I was hoping for help feeding. But, you know, too many other things are more important. And I was hoping that sometime while I was gone, somebody would have brought the garbage cans down. But no, nobody could do that. So yes, I'm just so happy right now. So very, very happy. It's getting really old. But hey, of all the pictures and documents that Tylen went through today, I got to see about maybe 1/10%. No idea what she threw away. All I know is Becky's, are you going to tell your father what you threw away? Yeah. Stuff that might mean something to me. Who cares? I know. I just got a gripe. Got to say it out loud. So anyway, other than that, today was a really good day. A little foggier coming back home over the hill than it was going down. Made really good time going and coming, so I'm not complaining there. Just a couple of a-holes on the road. Talked about one. Had another little white car later that was just as bad. And one of them locate outfits. Going down there, headed out of Dundee. Let's do 40 miles an hour in the 55. And then it becomes 2 lanes, so I blew past him. He cut me off by the airport down in McMinnville. Cut me off and then had to slow down to nothing. And it's like, well, I didn't want this lane anyway, but you wouldn't let me have the lane I needed. So I blew past him. And last time I saw him, he was a half mile behind me. That's where he should have been to begin with. Anyway, that was the last thing I had to do other than go up and get the garbage cans. All the feed's in the barn. Minerals stacked up on the shelf underneath the deck. tubs are stacked up in the barn and covered. Because these new tubs, they used to always put a plastic cover over the top of the material, and they're not doing that anymore. I don't know why. I mean, they ship them with chipboard between the layers, but you know, that seals them in shipping. But once you got to store them someplace, you break a pallet up, they're no longer covered. The nice thing is I got a whole bunch of those half sheets of chipboard. The ones this time around are kind of busted up. That happens. But I've got like a dozen good ones that are being used here and there and stacked up. Anyway, that's enough of me, Gavin. Probably made too long of a video. I'm sorry. In the meantime, hope everybody had a great Tuesday. Hope everyone has a great hump day. And it's supposed to freeze tonight. We'll see how bad. I heard it's supposed to be 32. Well, they say 32 will probably be 26 or 28. At 26, the cow's trough may or may not be frozen. Well, the hoses to it. If so, shut the water off, disconnect them so when it goes, it doesn't blow the fittings off. And I'll have to check this in the back barn in the morning too, because I'm not going to shut it off tonight. They're just talking the lows, and then we're going to be back in 40, high 40s, I think, mid to high. So, you know, it may be froze for an hour. Maybe froze for 2 or 3 hours. Shouldn't do much. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody.